Storm heading from Jacksonville, Florida, though. Now on the quick counterattack, putting on the brakes. Here come the Lady Lobos, trying to play it through midfield, picking up some steam. Here comes Ellis, looking near side. She's got a man. It's Hildreth. Hildreth puts a shot, diving out to make the claim is McGlynn. Confident goalkeeping there. She read it well and was not about to allow any kind of shot towards goal. Long punt. Deep up the field as we're starting to be hit with a few stray sprinkles now. It's loose into the box. Coming out to claim it this time is the counterpart, Kaylee Hammer. Now the ball is loose. Shot taken, deflected. And they're going to say that it was out. It's either a goal kick or a free kick. It was difficult to tell. The referee was pointing over to the far side. He may have been pointing at his official. So it could have been anything from offsides to a goal kick. Nevertheless, it's coming out. Right back in. Boudreau couldn't find the handle. Now flicks it up and over. That'll be claimed by Hammer. Raindrops getting a little bit more frequent, but still not even quite a drizzle. Just enough to be an annoyance to anyone here on the sideline. The players probably not really noticing it. Through the midfield, Sophia Thompson. Looking near side for White. White will bring it up the near wing, trying to cut it in towards the box. Sends one across, cleared away. Back towards the midfield. JFC Storm setting things up. Daly takes a shot. That was deflected and will draw the corner kick. Second of the game for the Storm. They created a pretty good chance on their first one. Hammer had to come out and try for the punch. This one sent into the mixer again. Hammer again with the punch. Lobos trying to clear the back line. Sending it up towards the top. Looking for Martin. Martin trying to chase it down. Instead, it's the Storm coming away with it. Goalkeeper McGlynn plays to the near side. Pressure was put on. White sent it back towards the middle of the pitch. Now here's a steal. Long shot. Try to catch the goalkeeper out. Oh, just wide. The Lobos doing a good job right there. Bobby Willis caught the goalkeeper out just a few steps too far. McGlynn was stretched out trying to grab that one. And luckily for her, it just evaded the post. So an early chance now for the Lobos as both teams have kind of traded possession a little bit. Up and over. Settled down by McGee. Ellis trying to get it to Hildreth. Hildreth with the throw-in. Bit of a tug on the jersey there. It will end up out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick. A goal has been scored on the field behind us, so once again beating, doing themselves no favors. The corner kick really goes nowhere. Easily cleared away. Lobos trying the near side. That's cut out. Picking up and using all the space. Nice pass through the line. And we're looking for Rawls. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Allowing it all, saying that it was equal on both sides. Rallies, finds Azari. One-touch passing. Azari sends a left-footed cross, diving out, making contact. The shot was deflected away. Lobos send it out. Get a bit of a breather there. Storm trying to keep it in the danger area. Now they'll set it back up from the midfield. Out of their defensive line. Taking on defender after defender. Daly. Had it nudged away, regains. Now Schaefer. She'll take a right-footed shot, curled right into the path of goalkeeper. Relatively easy stop by Kaylee Hammer, but once again, it's always been kind of one of my mantras is when you're in the early stages of the game, it doesn't hurt to try to put one on frame. You never know, might have a mishandle, a bobble, any kind of rebound. Does not hurt to test the keeper. Even the most innocuous of shots have ended up in the back of the net when something unforeseen happens. Now here's a left-footed cross coming in to go for the head ball with Jacqueline Schaefer. She came in a little too far. So now it looks like that's all we're going to get is those few sprinkles as the rain clouds kind of dissipate. Still enough to make it a little more comfortable here today as the weather's supposed to get really hot the next few days, so any kind of respite that we can get here locally, everybody's going to take it. These two teams know something about heat. Is obviously Jacksonville, Florida. In northern Florida, but still way down in the south, where they get steamy summers. And Tennessee is no stranger to heat and humidity as well. That is where Lady Lobos are from. Carrillo, Tennessee, as this one goes out. That'll be a goal kick. Fairly hard challenge on both sides there. Good to see both of them get up. No score in this one. YMS Premier leads 1-0 over on the other field, just to kind of keep you up to date as much as possible on the Group B standings. Boudreau proving to be that midfield general here so far for the Storm. They get it up to the forward line, and the foul is given. The official allowing a little bit of play to continue to see if there was any advantage to be had. And once the ball just kind of died right there, the whistle goes.
Kristen, go! Kristen, go! Kristen, go! Go!
From the wing, sent in, easily claimed.
Better ball, Kristen! Let's go!
Kaylee Hammer coming out to grab it. Up the far wing. Storm keeping it inbounds. Trying to pass out of the end. A little nod over to the far side as JFC Storm try to bring it up. Now they cut it past the defense, around the side, try to cross it in front. They were looking for Angeline Daly. Defender got in front of that one. Now it's crossed in again, but this one had a bit too much on it and not quite the line. It's deflected out, so it'll be a corner kick.
First ball out's yours, Matt. First ball out's yours. Stay there.
Left-footed in-swinger towards the goal, gets a flick. It'll go out of bounds once again off the defense, so we'll do it all over again. Thompson will take it for a second time. This one a bit higher, more difficult to deal with. The keeper, she makes the save, tipping it over. Right on goal, but good positioning from Kaylee Hammer. She got the palms up, deflected it just enough to clear the crossbar. Low drive this time, and that'll hit the side netting and come out for a goal kick. Cut up towards the forward side of things. Now for White. White cuts it back in towards the 18. Good defending, at least for the moment. Keeping it in with a deft touch was Rallies. And now she will gain the throw in. Quick taken. Towards the top of the 18. Good cut back. Azari had it cleared away. Taking a bit of a spill there for the Lobos. Avoiding the tackle was Ellis. She'll draw the throw in and just leave it for her teammates. Now Ellis will get to it. Was not allowed to know that Natalie White was making the charge into that one. White on the ball, sends it back. Schaefer. Coaching staff saying that they wanted a little more possession, a little more ground attack here. Through center field. And that one is cleared away. Might stay in. It's got enough to roll out, but will they let it push from behind? The official going over to have a few words with the player. No foul given. In the box, right-footed chance. It was curling towards the near post. But ultimately not enough on it. Katie Rallies with the strike. Ellis keeps it on the near side. Beats one defender, trying to pass around the second. Gets it over to Hildreth. Hildreth sends it into the mixer. Gets onto the foot. Molly Martin into the box. Cleared away. Glenn was coming out, but probably a good decision there by the defender to take care of the business herself. JFC Storm trying to hold on to their first place spot right now in Group B. 0-0 is your score here in this matchup. Cutting past all the defenders through the midfield. Last one was too much as Alexis Seward was able to get a piece of that one. Now she'll send it back to her own teammates. Looking near side, intended for Jaden Hildreth. And it goes into touch. So the teams will pause for a quick hydration break. Once again, trying to keep you up to date on some of the standings going on right now in Group B in the under 16 bracket. As we try to keep things up to date right now, obviously JFC Storm is in first place in a tie with YMS Premier. They still lead on goal differential despite the fact that as of right now, YMS Explosion is currently leading 1-0. But if the results held as is, JFC Storm would go down into second, have 4 points to the 6 points of the Premier Explosion. But a lot can happen before then. Obviously, the Lady Lobos looking to pick up 3 points here themselves. Both these teams want to pick up the win. The Lady Lobos know, as we kind of found out with some of the teams in Group A, it's going to be very difficult if you don't get 3 points sometime in the first couple days to try to qualify. Obviously, JFC Storm in a more comfortable position as they won by fairly convincing fashion on Tuesday. And they want to keep things rolling and get all the points they can. You're going to feel more confident about things if you pick up 6 points through 2 games as opposed to 4. So following the hydration break, we'll have a few substitutions coming in for JFC Storm. It's going to be Madison Mernon, Lindsay McGee, and Leah Furlan. Coming in now for the Lady Lobos is Johanna White. So we'll put it back into play following the throw-in. That was a good long one there, but the Storm able to come away with it. Up through center field. Center back Katrina Ostrom sends it back to her keeper. In a bit of distress there, almost gave it away. It'll end up rolling out. Nobody touched it, so it'll end up being a throw-in. Bit of a bump in the back, still getting it around. Asadi trying to send one in. It didn't have enough on there, and Hammer comes out to claim it. Nil-nil is your score here. Trying to work around the defense is Angeline Daly. Sprinting to catch up to that one was Madison Mernon. Still held in over on the far side. No, the linesman puts the flag up. So it'll be a throw-in coming for the Lobos. Cut out by the defense. Lobos have kind of been a little more stingy here after allowing a few chances to the Storm. The last minute or two, the Lady Lobos have really kind of sealed up the gaps. Johanna White tried to send one over the top. Long ball intended for Azadi. That was well out of her reach as both players take a spill there. We've had a lot of battles in these long balls going up towards the sidelines. Put back into play off the throw-in. Nil-nil the score. We play 40 minutes here in these halves in this age bracket. 80 minutes in total, plus any stoppage time. Ellis will play the long ball, splits the defense. She's looking for Furlan. Martin. And McGlynn was able to play that one away. That one too far out of the reach of Ellis. Storm trying to build some possession here. Out of the foot of Rallies. Back to the defensive line. Schaefer. Schaefer going all the way up. Now a long ball towards the corner. Centered in towards the box. Defense has to clear it out. So now the coaching staff telling the players that the through balls aren't working. They need to try to string together a few more passes. Long balls have not quite been there. You get it over the top to Asadi. She had it knocked away. Lobos trying to counter. Ball pinged back and forth. Storm back in possession. Up the near sideline. Two Storm players right there. Flick away. Madison Mernon stepping into that one. It'll lead to another throw in. Another long throw in right up the end line. Going towards the end line now is Molly Martin. Had that one knocked away. That will lead to the corner kick. Ellis is going to take it. Put in towards the box. The goalkeeper yells away. Back towards the end line for Ellis. Gets a little flick over the defender, but that was too close to the goalkeeper. Ellis getting a little bit overzealous there towards the goalkeeper. Don't usually see that at this level, more so in the professional level. When the goalkeeper makes a catch, a little bit of a bump. Right now, this game seems to be a little bit mired in the midfield area. They were trying to get it near side to Jaden Hildreth. But the passing for both teams leaving a little bit to be desired right now. They look very sharp in the early going, especially the Storm. Created a few chances. Just a little bit before that hydration break, they had a great opportunity, which drew a top-notch save from Kaylee Hammer. Good positioning from her. And here in the last 5 minutes or so, it's really kind of bogged down. Edwards draws the foul. Once again, Ellis just a little bit overzealous there. Off the free kick. Storm heading it back and forth. Ellis unable to get to that one for the Lobos. Once again, the Storm trying to send it over to the far side. Bit of a whiff there from Furlan. Good idea, though. Stays in over on the far side. Trying to keep it in is Asadi. Azari puts one in towards the top of the box, trying to switch the point of attack. The Lobos have really clamped down. Lady Lobos trying to get anything going in the way of possession. It's been mostly Storm here for about the last 2 minutes. We get a substitution coming in for the aforementioned Lady Lobos as Tegan Allen will come into the game. So the throw in coming for the Storm. Lindsay McGee will take it, trying to find some space in the middle. Gets it, shot taken. Didn't get quite as much as she would have liked on it. That was Madison Mernon. Nevertheless, not a bad opportunity.
Squeeze over to your left, Madison, and win this. Win this right here.
So the goal kick taken.
Good.
Mernon wins it. Storm looking. They'll play it back through the midfield. Edwards going far side for Asari. And back into the defensive hands of the Lady Lobos. They elect just to clear, and more substitutions coming in for the Lady Lobos as they try to keep their players fresh. Checking in now is Lauren Lannon, as well as Kylie Bright. Hannah Nelson will also check into the game when she gets an opportunity for the Lady Lobos. The JFC Storm have it. They try to get it into the corner. Asari cuts it back, looking for options. Left-footed swinger towards the goal, but that overshot everybody. Now Nelson will have an opportunity to check in. Nil-nil here as we approach the half mark. Closer to it now than we were when we started. The Storm continued that one on. It went too hard off the shin, though, and that'll go out. Lady Lobos trying to get players checking back to the ball. Instead, once again, those throw-ins seem to be going right to Storm players. Now Asari looking for space. Guarded closely by Bright. Asari still on the ball. That one stayed in the whole time. Storm still have it. They're trying their best to keep it here on the near sideline. A battle for it here. And a foul will be given. Free kick coming to the Lady Lobos. Didn't look to be too much in it, but the official saying there was a bit too much jockeying for position for his taste. Now Ellis, bit of a mistouch, otherwise she would have had an opportunity towards goal. Again, JFC Storm on it, trying to get the attack rolling here. Towards the top of the area. Dancing around with it, but again, every time that it's mishandled, it seems like there's just a wave of white kits flooding over the ball. Now here comes Azari putting it in, and that goes in behind the goal. Little under 7 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time here. Going to have a corner kick. Could be an important one. Imagine the momentum gained if JFC Storm can put one in here. Left-footed line drive kick right towards the keeper. Hammer mishandles it. That'll go out, and we'll do it again. Now they're going to go with the short corner. Back to Thompson. She'll try it from a little bit deeper here. Cut out by Bright. Otherwise, that would have been a good volley chance. Ellis sends it up the pitch. That'll roll out. Now it's kept in just barely over along the far sideline. JFC Storm electing not to take the throw in. Now they will. Into touch, a throw in coming for the Lady Lobos. It's been an interesting first half, somewhat uneventful. Each team has kind of created some chances, but it's been mostly kind of stuck in the midfield. Both teams have kind of gone forward, but the back lines have been stout, to say the least. Now here comes JFC Storm. They'll try it through the center of the pitch. Trying to get it in towards the box. Deflected in. Nodded away. Bright continues it towards the sideline. Still not out of the danger area. Now she'll finally just clear it out for the throw. Quickly back in on the restart. And we'll get a whistle. Free kick coming out. Storm with it. Mernon taking it over to the far side. She's going to try a long shot. That was ambitious. But at this stage of the game, the way that the offense has gone for both teams, why not? Once again, best as we can tell, it is 1-0 in favor of the Explosion on the field behind us, which would put them in first place. 0-0 here. 0-0 for the more Americanized viewers. Want to thank you all for watching this presentation of the Turbo Sports Group as we bring you all the matches in this tournament of the USYS Soccer National Championships, the culmination of the USYS Championship Series. Far side foul is given. It'll go in. And apparently the whistle came from the field behind me. That's one of the drawbacks of having fields so close to each other. But here's Mernon with the left-footed shot, and she scores! What a drive! About 20 or 25 yards out. Left-footed shot, absolutely no chance for Kaylee Hammer. She did all she could to try to get a piece of that one. But able to score the goal just before the half and make it 1-0. Just a little over 2 minutes before the allotted time in this half was scheduled to end. JFC Storm strike. It appeared to be Madison Murnin. We'll try to get an extra check in on that before the end of halftime.
Second ball, Layla. Let's get forward. Let's get forward, Leah. Have one.
JFC Storm in command now. Lady Lobos have played a very good defensive first half, but it was always going to be one of those things where they hadn't had enough attack to fall behind. Now they're really behind the 8 ball here. This one goes all the way back to the keeper, McGlynn. They'll just kind of try to play for a little bit of time and then boot it out. Handled there by Furlan. Coaching staff pleading them to get forward. Almost landed onto Murnin. Daly. As JFC Storm continues to put on pressure. Throw in puts it right back into play. Only about a minute of stoppage time will be added. This one sent in towards goal and easily cleared away. Ellis continues it on its way. Again, another throw in coming up for the Storm. Long ball into the box, looking for a head ball. Player was there, but misjudged it just a bit. Went in just a little bit too early. And that was Murnin once again. She's finding herself some good space and good areas. And there is the halftime whistle. It took about 38 minutes of scoreless soccer before we put one in the back of the net, but the JFC Storm, who already have 4 goals to their total in game number 1, now have 5 for this tournament. They lead this one 1-0 at the half. I'm Todd Panula with Turbo Sports Group. We'll be back after the halftime break with more Group B under 16 ladies soccer here from Mohawk Soccer Complex. The U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships are brought to you by Turbo Sports Group. Kohl's Department Stores, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. Mango.org. Mango is the official snack of U.S. Soccer. Nesquik. Nestle Nesquik is the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. Nike Soccer is the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Liberty Mutual, the official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. Olive Garden, great place to eat, the official dining room of U.S. Youth Soccer. Sports Authority is the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pins supplier of all the U.S. Youth Soccer tournaments. And Capri Sun. Capri Sun is the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer. We're just about ready to get back underway here at this Group B matchup between the under-16 ladies of Lady Lobos, and JFC Storm. "1-0 is your halftime score. JFC Storm on top. So 1-0 on a goal by Layla Azari. The sun back out from behind the clouds, lighting up the field on this day. It's been an interesting weather-wise day. It's been hot, it's been cool, had a few raindrops. Right now the sun is back out. Waiting on the linesmen to check out the nets. It's one thing I've always wondered, though, is you check them out. Even when I was an official myself, I always wondered, why do you have to check it at halftime? You checked it before the game. It's unlikely that anybody had a shot hard enough, even in a professional game, that would have ripped the netting. But everybody's set. The whistle blows. We're underway. JFC Storm has possession and the lead. Azari with the goal. Their 5th goal of the tournament as a team. So if things hold up, they would retain their first place position based on differential of goals. This has been a very physical matchup, and we get an early foul here. It's going to go against the Storm. Hitting the turf was Molly Martin. She has not been afraid to mix it up. Long ball towards the box. Storm cleared away, back towards half line. Bit of a shove there, and the aforementioned Martin gets called for it this time. Miscommunication along the back line does not cost anything for the Lobos. Lady Lobos rush out of Kirill, Tennessee. JFC Storm out of Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville Football Club. Lady Lobos trying their luck over on the far side, but instead it's the Storm. The linesman flag goes up. It'll be a throw-in. Lady Lobos have enjoyed the majority of the possession here to start off the second half. Perhaps not very pleasing to the coaching staff of the Storm. The sun beating down once again. The clouds have been fairly intermittent. Looks like we're going to have a extended period of sun here for a little while as the Storm try to push forward, hailing from the Sunshine State. Here comes the Storm right up the middle. They push it to the near side for the goal scorer, Azari. She wants to get two, trying to muscle off the defender. Brings it back over to the near side. Tripped up, no call coming. The official says the tackle was clean. Long ball over the top, hoping to get it to Ellis. Instead, it's cut out by Schaefer. The goalkeeper steps into that one in an attempt to clear it away. This one will run into touch, throw in coming for the Lady Lobos. Ellis. Valiant effort to try to keep that one in, but unsuccessful. Ball was always ranging away. Now here come the Lobos, putting one across. Easily handled there by Schaefer. Ball still not out of the danger area, surrounded by Storm players. Finally, they're able to get it away as Boudreau was able to get a right foot to it. Now they look for a long pass up towards Azari. Azari brings it in towards the box. Bit of a shove there, gets away with it. Put it towards the goalkeeper, handled by Hammer. Hammer throws it out towards the far wing, trying to restart it quickly. Lady Lobos looking for an equalizer here. Boudreau says not yet. Couldn't get possession, though. The Lady Lobos have it on the foot of Molly Martin. She's been in kind of in all sorts of instances. Now she brings it out into the left foot, puts on the brakes, hit it off the defender. Slide tackle wins the ball, has not cleared it yet. Martin with it now. Drops it off for Willis. Tackle there is able to put the ball out of danger, at least for the moment. And now it'll be a Storm throw-in. The Storm coach telling his players they need to be stronger on the ball. Free kick coming up for the Lady Lobos. Just their side of half field. Into the danger area towards the box. Martin. Saw it go out for a goal kick. Group B action, under 16 girls. Once again, a live look at the standings as of right now. If the results on both fields hold up, JFC Storm will be in a tie for first place with Extreme. They would both have 6 points. The Storm would have the better goal differential as both teams are up 1-0 in their respective games as of right now. But their opponents beating, and Lady Lobos still trying to have something to say about all that. Beating and Lady Lobos trying to stay alive. 2 losses in 2 days would pretty much eliminate them. And in fact, it would eliminate them. If both of the top teams end up with 6 points, there would be no way for the other ones to come up with 6 points in 1 day. Now a good right-footed swinger. Getting ahead to that one was Boudreau, but again, the Storm, they've had great angles in terms of the crosses. It's the runs that have been just a little bit too close to goal. The coaching staff even said it during the first half that they'd like them to start a little bit wider and come towards the ball. But when you're in the flow of the play, it's a little bit difficult to judge these things. You think you're making a good run and the cross should be played to you, and it doesn't always work out that way. The Storm with a 1-0 lead, have it at center field, looking for extra space. Azari, the goal scorer, she brings it back in towards the center of the pitch. Cut out nicely by the defense. A sliding tackle there, and winning the ball was Murnin. Out towards the corner and gaining a corner. Sophia Thompson will come out to take the corner kick. Left-footed, swinging in towards the goal. Hammer came out, didn't quite get a fist on that one. It'll roll all the way over to the far sideline. Boudreau with the slide tackle, and that'll go out for a corner kick. Towards the top of the box, this one will be cleared away. Near side. Sandefur in charge of it. Puts it through the legs. Plays it back. Now back into the mixer. Too far out for the goalkeeper to come out and claim it. Boudreau will keep it alive. Loose in the box. Shot blocked. Thompson trying to get a hold of it. Instead, it's Jaden Hildreth. Foul will go against the Storm, and it'll come out. Now the Storm take control of it again. Trying to switch fields. Instead, intercepted in the midfield. Storm back on it. Near side, too far. Intended for Sandefur. Ellis in a battle with Schaefer. Ellis once again just a little bit too much in there. She's doing all she can to try to keep her team alive. But she's had quite a few fouls. Nothing malicious, nothing that would necessarily enter into the official's mind in terms of potentially handing out a yellow card, but she is just trying to give her all here and been a little bit overzealous, as I said a few times. Headed down in the midfield, Storm regain possession, bringing it up the near sideline. Murnin puts on the brakes. Trying to get it back as they peel it away. Sandefur will drop it back further. Near side, Azari. Looking for space now. Swung in by Murnin. That one was actually headed by the defender. Now Kylie Bright will try to clear it out. Chase it down. Looking to spring the counterattack. Azari from the near sideline. Cuts it away from the out-of-bounds line. Onto the left foot. That's where she scored earlier. Gets it in towards the center. A great touch. Coming out is Hammer to claim that one. It originally looked like it was going to be an excellent first touch. Ended up just a bit too close to the goalkeeper. But nevertheless, the Storm really challenging to get that second goal here. Sandefur. Up towards the forward line. Looking for the run on. Furlan trying to make it. Now we get a stoppage as the whistle. There's miscommunication between the officials. The linesman saying it is no goal. That one was extremely close. The coaching staff here for the Storm say that it was a goal. The head official never made any call. Not really even sure why the whistle blew. That close to being 2-0 for the Storm. Now here comes Ellis. Is that no goal going to come back to bite them? Slide tackle, player goes down. But the player got the ball as well, so no call forthcoming. Now one-touch passing finds Azari here on the near side as they're quickly countering. Missing on the slide tackle there. Mernan's going to take it towards the box. Slides it across. And she had the open lane. A little bit interesting that she elected not to take a shot. Trying to be an unselfish teammate, though, looking for the open player, but she actually played it probably closer to the opposition. Fans and coaches of JFC Storm hoping that these two consecutive chances not taken are not going to come back to haunt them. Now back towards the middle for Daly. Looking for Azari. That was cut out by Tegan Allen. Now Martin. Trying to send a long ball for Jaden Hildreth. She tries to track it down, but very few people on this planet were going to be able to get to that before the defender. Now here's one dangerous for Ellis. She scores! Just like that. It's 1-1. Paula Ellis with the equalizer in the 56th minute. And we were sitting there wondering, and Ellis now goes down with an apparent injury. She scored the goal. Hopefully it's just a cramp. But as observers, we were sitting there wondering if those missed chances, that no goal call by the officials, and then Murnan not being able to get a shot off, instead electing to try to cross it across the face of goal, might come back to haunt them, and it has, at least for now. The equalizing goal in the 56th minute by Paula Ellis. So goals from JFC Storm in the first half, just 2 minutes before the end of the half, by Layla Azari. Looked like JFC Storm was pretty much going to roll through this one. But just moments ago, Paula Ellis scoring in the 56th minute. They're pausing now for the hydration break. you see there Ellis just dropping to the turf, literally nothing left. After she scored that goal, she has put in some yeoman's work here. They're trying to use the roller on her legs. Obviously, that means that it's basically cramps. And at this stage of the tournament, this is basically exactly when you don't want to pick them up. If you pick them up in the final game, obviously you would prefer to have no cramps at all. But you pick them up in the final game, you get a day of rest on Friday, and things aren't looking so bad. You pick them up now, and all of a sudden, if they get a point here, you got to worry about your legs for tomorrow's game. So Ellis, we were mentioning her earlier in the game. She's been a little bit overzealous on some of her challenges there, but it ended up paying off in the long run. And she attempts to get rehydrated, just chugging a Gatorade. The JFC Storm have had their chances. They have not been able to put them away, but you have to figure that the Lobos, for all that they've done to tie this one up, it's still going to be a little bit difficult for them because the Storm have had it in the offensive third for most of this half. But that's the way that soccer goes sometimes. All it takes is that one little strike down the field, and that's where the goal came. So now the heat seems to be adversely affecting a few players as the goalkeeper even, Kaylee Hammer for Lady Lobos, is trying to stretch out her calves along the post. I think we'll probably start seeing a few more substitutes taken by each team to try to get more hydration available. By all accounts, it would appear that that counted as the hydration break. So we've still got a good 25 minutes or so left in this contest. As the Lobos were able to clear it out of danger, at least for a moment. Murnan couldn't quite get the settle down, and now it's on for Martin with the Lady Lobos. She had her pocket picked. Boudreau ended up falling down to the turf. Substitutes about to check in for both teams. It's going to be Mary Nobert for Lady Lobos. And Angeline Daly will come back into the game for the Storm. Here comes to the near side. Lady Lobos not settling for the tie yet. This one comes loose to the top of the box. It's dangerous up there. Now a long shot taken. That's headed away. Jordan Hildreth trying to keep it in the danger area. Storm able to get it in the center of the pitch. And back to the defensive side. But Lady Lobos, they seem to be suffering from more of the cramps, but all of a sudden JFC Storm seems to be laboring a little bit under this heat. Now here the Storm come as I say that. Azari gets it in. She takes the shot. It hit the side netting. Very close. And those are the kind of runs that JFC Storm are going to need. Obviously, given their position, they would be okay with the tie. But you want to control your own destiny as best as possible, and the way to do that is with 3 points. Lady Lobos, obviously, they're going to push forward as well, so this should shape up to be an excellent finish to this contest. Trying to send the ball wide. Azari couldn't quite get a foot onto it, maybe a toenail touch. Battling for it in the midfield This one's chipped over the top. Storm able to get it. Bit fortunate there with the kick, but sometimes that's what you need. Azari lets it run through. She's going to take it on the defender on the right foot, cutting it back towards the sideline. Gets a bit of a bump, trying to center it. The ball is there. Shot taken, and it is sky high. So the restart will come from the goal kick. Lady Lobos, Martin. A lot of tugging going on there, and the foul will go against Martin. Could have gone either way, but I think Martin's probably done herself no favors picking up so many fouls earlier in the contest. The more you do that, the more the official is likely to say, well, it must have been her. To the near side for Sandifer. Looking for Azari. She tries to keep it in the corner. Good defending. They play it off Azari. And the foul, or excuse me, the throw-in will be coming out. Over the top, into space. Jillian Hildreth looking for Ellis. Return pass, too far. Throw in for Lady Lobos, looking for Ellis. She's the goal scorer. She gets around the defender. She's all alone in the box. Shoots. Oh, what a save! Diving over towards the left. Amanda McGlynn keeps it a tie game. Ellis thought she had him dead to rights. Tried to place it. Got a little bit of power behind it, but she didn't really strike it with the shoelaces. It still leads to a corner kick. McGlynn coming out, able to punch it away. Lady Lobos trying to keep it in a dangerous area. It comes all the way back to the half line. Back over the top. McGlynn will come out. She'll claim that one on the edge of the 18. Ball over to the near side, but it doesn't matter as there's a fence called right near the midfield spot. It'll be a free kick to the Storm. Long ball into the box. Hammer came out, but the defender cleared it away first. Storm trying to keep it in danger. Put it back in the mixer. Left-footed clearance. It's going to come over here to the near side. Sandifer, the wing-back, keeping it in position. Sandifer for Azari. From the end line, swings it across. Head ball towards the goal. They score! Azari with the assist now. 2-1, JFC Storm. So after all that work by the Lady Lobos, the Storm come back just a couple minutes later as we are close now There's about 14 minutes and change left in this one, and the score is 2-1. The head ball goal. It's difficult to tell there who got the last touch on it. Looked like it might have been Leah Furlan. But the last time I speculated who it might have been, I got it wrong. But fans of JFC Storm don't really care necessarily right now, as they've got themselves 6 points if things remain the way they are. Coach Mike Walker still imploring his team to get forward. Don't rest on your laurels. That's what cost them in the first place. Here comes Hildreth. Thought she had a run over on the far side, but I think she might have caught Ellis out of the corner of her eye, but Ellis was going the other direction. The Storm still trying to get that insurance goal. They've got the lead back again. But we've seen, a mighty collision here on the near side. That shakes up Mary Norbert. Trying to go over the top. Bit of a bump there. Still handled by Furlan. To the far side now. Good touch. Left-footed shot. Oh, and a sliding save by Hammer. That could be a game saver there from Kaylee Hammer, who has been up to the task here. She's let two by her, but there was absolutely nothing that she could do on those. She's made a couple key saves to keep her team in this one. An absolute rip there from Katie Rallies, but it does not hit the back of the net. Now the corner kick upcoming. Another dangerous one, punched away by Hammer. Trying to send it back in. Thompson here on the near side. Left-footed cross. The defender can't get to it quite yet. And then finally sent away by Seward. Sandifer takes on the defender. Little juke move towards the end line. Azari. That one will go out. Substitution coming in now, a couple for Lady Lobos. Lauren Lannon will come in. As well as Isabel Correa. Two to 1 is your score. Storm trying to put this one away with a third. Thompson will take the corner. That one comes in low. And we'll do it all over again. This time Azari will take the corner as they want to swing it out back towards the runners. Azari gets a lot of air under this one. Hammer coming out. She misses and they score! The flag is up. And no goal. Interesting decision there. Rarely, if ever, do you see offside being the call on a corner kick. But JFC Storm thought they might have put this one on ice, and instead they're still chewing their nails a little bit. Furlan couldn't catch up to that one as it was claimed by Hammer. Hammer's played a good game. Can't blame her for those two goals. She was a little bit lax attempting to get that ball on the last goal, but obviously that didn't end up counting. Here comes Ellis. She muscles off the defense, able to cross it. Punching at it is the goalkeeper. It's still in the dangerous area. Hildreth trying to get a left foot to it, and finally the defense able to send it out. This one's still alive along the near side touchline, and now it'll come out. Here, as we can tell, YMS Explosion are still up by a goal. So both teams would clinch their spots in the knockout round if the score lines hold up. Now, that is unofficial because there are no scoreboards here, so I'm going off hearsay and crowd reaction. One thing that we do know is JFC Storm are up 2-1. They were very close to being up 3-1, but a rare offside call from a corner kick was given. Near sideline, trying to keep it in and unsuccessful as Katie rallies. She had an excellent left-footed chance about 5 minutes ago. It would force a good sliding save. As coming out to cut off the angle was Hammer. Now a left-footed drive towards goal. Hammer able to make the stop. It was going to take something special to beat her from that range. This one bounces up and over the Storm. Hildreth can't get ahead on it. Ellis trying to pick the pocket of her defender. The pass from Finelli was not on the mark. Neither was the one from Ellis. Storm clear it. Putting on the pressure now is Azari. She's got the wheels. Able to get a foot to it. Which way is the linesman going to go? She's going to say, or he's going to say that it will be a throw-in for JFC Storm. Sandifer in no rush to get up and throw this one in. Just about 6 minutes plus stoppage time left in this game. Trying a long shot, knotted away by Finelli. Ellis sends it over to the far side, intending it for Correa. Lady Lobos have put up a valiant effort here. It could all be for naught, though. They have been unable to find much possession outside of their goal, which kind of came out of nowhere. Now they send it over the top, looking for Ellis, and scooped up. Amanda McGlynn has not been overly tested, but she has seen a couple shots her way. Off the shoulder of the defender there. Ferreira. To the near side. That was intended for Correa. Finelli trying to track that one down. Crocker on the defense. Up the near sideline, they were trying to get it over to Ellis, but once again, it's just been kind of a bit too far every time. Other than that one goal, which was spectacular, kind of came out of nowhere. Didn't necessarily even think they'd be able to get the cross off, and then Ellis was able to get her foot on the end of it. Hurt herself in the process, but mainly just cramping up in this heat. It's only going to get worse later on in the tournament. Supposed to be in the low 90s here today. We've had a A little bit of a breeze, which has made it bearable. And cloud cover as well, but later on in the week, it's supposed to be nothing but sun and heat. These players need to keep themselves hydrated following these games. Eat the fruits, bananas especially, those cramps. I'm sure they've got coaches and staff telling them just that. But as of right now, they're still concerned with the last few minutes in this one. This one is going to roll over here. Long throw in. Over the head. There's a shove there. Ball was out of bounds first, and they're going to call it out of bounds. Ellis might have made the most of it as well, but still kind of a dangerous idea to extend the hands that way. Katrina Ostrom will take the throw in, trying to get it into a dangerous area. Headed away, but not quite out yet. Still bouncing around. Finally, the Storm send it over to the far sideline. Stepped into by Edward Seward. Martin couldn't quite catch up to it, but she does draw the corner kick. Time slipping away from the Lady Lobos. Their tournament could essentially end right here, as that corner kick went way awry. Again, if the score lines hold up, it would be YMS Explosion and JFC Storm continuing on to the knockout rounds. Linesman puts up the board. There will be 2 minutes of stoppage time, so 120 seconds of extra time for the Lady Lobos to try to find an equalizer here and at least keep some semblance of hope alive. Even if they get the tie, it would be fairly difficult because they would need the Storm to lose their next game, and they would have to win. And as of right now, it's the Storm and YMS Explosion who appear to have scored another goal. So they may have really cemented their place. Here's Azari trying to center it across. Defense, once again, has been stout. Despite the fact that they've allowed 2 goals, that has been one thing that the Lady Lobos have been able to hang their hat on, really. They really haven't had too many defensive lapses. It's been really great goals that have broken them down. Azari being instructed to hold it up in the corner, surrounded by 2 defenders. The linesman says it's coming out. Storm coaching staff do not agree with that. Trying to go up and over the top, not quite enough juice on it. This one will come to the near sideline. Throwing coming for the Lady Lobos. Time slipping away. They're trying to go over the top to Ellis or Martin. Martin being very physical, but getting it right back from Jacqueline Schaefer. And that'll go out for the goal kick. Time waning here, perhaps on the season of the Lady Lobos. The JFC Storm have all but clinched their position in the next round if they hold on and get the 6 points. Blasted upfield in a desperate attempt to get it towards the box. McGlynn comes out and takes it away. High up into the air. Storm win it. trying to send it in for Azari. Lobos play it back to their own goalkeeper. They almost catch her in a misplay. Now she's put her defender in a bit of a tight spot. Touched out into the midfield. Trying to get it back to Nelson. Time continuing to slip away. The Storm coaches were wondering about the time, and there it is. There is the final whistle. JFC Storm will be carrying on to the next round. They will most likely be joined by YMS Explosion. That game's still going on right now. If you want to check out the rest of that one, find the link at championships.usyouthsoccer.org. All our games today presented by Turbo Sports Group. So that will wrap it up for our coverage of this U16 Group B matchup between the Lady Lobos and JFC Storm. As you see right there, JFC Storm, the victors 2-1 with goals from Leila Ansari and Leah Furlan. That'll wrap up our coverage here for Mark here in the production truck. I'm Todd Panula. For everybody at Turbo Sports, have a good one.